All right, welcome back. We're going to continue with the Daytona show here. Our second thing, which I said in the driver changes show, is the highlights of the rule changes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few minor ones, but there's two big ones we have to cover, and the qualifying changes, which are a little bit complicated. So hang in there with us.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. We'll start with the rule changes. The first one is that the minimum ride height rule was abolished. Travis, please explain.
Completely gone. In past years, cars had to be a certain height off the ground,
Right.
the minimum ride height. Because if a car is lower to the ground, higher downforce, better aerodynamics, and in the end, a faster car. Well, that's been abolished. There were a lot of infractions, most notably the number 48 car. Jimmy Johnson is notorious for infractions on this rule. It's gone. Cars can be slammed to the ground if they wanted to. It wouldn't help them out that much, but they wouldn't be fined for it.
Awesome, which should probably create some interesting racing. Definitely
a lot more competitive.
I think that'll probably come into to play a lot on short tracks because
Yes.
we all know that there's a whole science that goes into that.
Yeah.
And then definitely probably on road courses, I'd be surprised to see what they do with that rule.
Yeah, definitely, and mainly because on play tracks and intermediate tracks, aerodynamics places into it so that the cars are actually pressed down to the ground as it is, so there really isn't a need for them to be that low.
True. All right, and the rear spoilers were enlarged. Travis, please explain again.
Now, the rear spoilers on the back of the cars, and if you remember, in 2011 on play tracks we had a tandem-style racing, which I am a fan of, and our other hosts aren't really. In 2012, they went to a really short spoiler, and it created really poor racing. 2013, it was a little better with the newer car. Now, the spoiler is a lot larger on the 2014 car, and it makes it so that the cars, when running around each other, actually run their best with a cushion of air between them and the car in front, which creates much more competitive racing, a lot better of an entertainment factor, and overall a better driving experience for the driver. So I think it's a win-win all across the board, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, so am I. And one thing that I'm a little bit excited for is these qualifying changes. All right, let's see if I can get this right. At tracks equal to or greater at 1.25 mile,
Yeah.
you're going to have one round. Everyone will go out for 25 minutes, try to run their fastest lap.
Yeah.
You'll have a 5-minute break, which I think will be handled like a yellow flag situation. You can work on your car, you can do whatever.
Bring them to the pit road, yep.
Right? Round 2 is the 24 fastest from the first round, and that's 10 minutes.
Yes.
5-minute break.
Yes.
And then the final round, round 3, is the 12 fastest from the last round.
Yep.
That'll be 5 minutes.
Yep.
And the fastest from that has your pole position.
Yeah. So pretty simple, like Formula One style shootout qualifying. For those cars that don't move on to the next round, they are then classified by their speeds. So the remaining cars after the first round all qualify in the order that their speeds were after that round.
All right, and there's also a different set of rules for tracks greater than.
Less than.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's right. Less than 1.25 miles, so that
Right.
would be Bristol.
Your short
Martinsville.
tracks, definitely, yeah.
There's only 2 rounds in this one. The first round is everyone goes out for half an hour.
Right.
10-minute break, which
Yes.
I guess is the same as a 5-minute. Work on your cars,
Yeah.
do whatever you need. Round 2 is the 12 fastest from the previous round. So we're not going to 24. We'll go straight down to 12.
Right.
And then it'll be a 10-minute round, and again, fastest from that round, we'll get the pole.
Exactly. And the same thing for cars that don't make it to the next round. They are frozen in the position based on their fastest lap times.
All right. Another thing to point out about these rules, they do apply for all 3 divisions.
Yes.
Truck, Nationwide, Sprint Cup.
Yep.
And they're for points races. That does not include All-Star Race. But the one exception is the Daytona 500.
Right.
With the Gatorade Duel, even though it's a points race, it will not be counted towards this qualifying system.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll see you for the Chase show.